We're making the world a better place.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Feast or Famine with the Youngs.
We are the Youngs.
I'm in the same clothes because this is the day where we're doing a lot of podcasts. I did bring other clothes, but I'm getting lazy because we have been on camera all day. So you're seeing me in the outfit twice. Sorry.
Yeah. Probably more than that.
I mean, if you watch our other videos that are not our podcast, I was wearing this outfit.
Yep.
The more you know.
So yeah, we are doing YouTube Marathon Day today.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about?
Today we're talking about our impact.
So
on the world and the people around us.
It's really easy. For me specifically, I'm an Enneagram 8, but my second is also an Enneagram 2, so I'm also a helper, and I like to give back. Some would say that's the sign of a healthy 8. I would agree.
You feel like you have to be making a difference to be...
Right. So as a creative, I've been a creative most of my life. Mm-hmm. I'll take a look at like what I'm doing and be like, how am I making a difference? Because I mean, I grew up, my dad's a firefighter. He's been a firefighter his entire life. My brother-in-law and my brother are both police and fire department dispatchers. My older brother is an EMT, team lead, instructor.
Your sister was in the medical industry?
My sister was in pharmaceuticals and doing it was a pharmacy technician for a long time.
And a teacher, so she was molding young minds.
So I look at that and I'm like, what am I doing that I can give back? And I'm like, being an impact. Like what's going to happen after I'm long gone with what I'm doing with the world? Yeah.
I feel exactly the same way. Being an Enneagram 3, if you look it up, we want to feel liked and we want to feel important.
But you're also a wing 2.
And yeah. And I want to be liked, but I want to feel like I'm making a difference. And Enneagram 3 is also a leader. So it's a weird thing because I'm also like really shy. And if someone was like, hey, who must lead this team? I would not be the first one to raise my hand. But that is my instinct because if someone else was the leader, I would be like, probably shouldn't do it that way. Probably should do it this way.
Right.
But I want to feel like I'm making an impact on people for sure.
Right. And so basically, I don't know what led me to think about it this way, but we're in the wedding industry and we capture photo and video of what is likely one of the most important days in a person's life.
Yeah.
So the fact that we are the ones tasked by those people to document these things to begin with is already a huge honor. And that means that they trust us enough to create these things that will have a lasting impact. Maybe not on the entire world, but on the world to them.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people, everybody views things differently. I've definitely seen people hire a photographer just because they need one. I've also seen people hire a photographer because they know and understand what we are actually doing. And it's just as meaningful to them as it is to us. And that's what I love. If you guys don't know, I worked at Boeing before I started running my business. And I was young, guys. I started working there when I was 21.
No, you were like 19 when you started working there, I think.
No, I wasn't
20?
19. I was 21 because we were married.
Oh, that's right.
I started working there when I was 21. And I feel like back then I knew who I was, but being 28 now, oh my God, I definitely did not know who I was. And it took me quitting my job and starting my business and doing wedding photography to realize that me sitting behind a desk at Boeing was not meaningful. Like I was not making an impact. I would say, you know, the guys in the factory who were actually building the planes and stuff like that, I could see someone feeling like they're making an impact doing that.
Or the engineers
because,
actually designing these things.
yeah, but like being an office admin, like I was booking flights, and that, you know, that's not to say that job isn't meaningful to somebody else. But for me personally, I felt like I was wasting time. I was not making an impact on the world. And when I started doing weddings, I realized that that's my way to change the world.
Right. And I think that really comes down to the way you think about the world as a whole. The world is
A big place.
subjective, I guess. The size of the world is subjective to what you've experienced. The world to a child is much smaller than a world to somebody who's literally been around the world,
Right.
because they can only comprehend what they know. So to a small family who's getting married, you allowing them to have these memories forever is impacting their world.
Absolutely.
So, and not only that, but the impact we are making is going to outlive us. We'll be long gone, and the people in this family will still be able to look back at the memories that we created.
The art that we
Long
created.
before.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's really like emotional when you think about it. And that's why I love my job so much is I'm just going to keep repeating the same thing over and over, but we get to give someone a gift that they otherwise, you know, possibly wouldn't have. You know, people get sick, people get dementia, they lose their memories. People literally lose their memories, and it's our job to preserve them.
those.
Yeah.
So really, it just comes down to, and if you ever feel like you are not doing enough, change your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what it took for me to be like, absolutely, we are making a difference.
Yeah, because you didn't want to do weddings.
I didn't want to do weddings because I was like, you know, I feel like my calling is much bigger than just doing weddings, and that I could leave an impact somehow, not thinking that I'm already leaving an impact by doing these weddings.
Well, and I think it took you actually doing them to see that happening, like to see the emotions and to see the joy that your films were actually bringing the couples. But it took you actually having to do it to see it, you know.
Any other thoughts?
And I mean, you know, not even just preserving memories, but telling other people's story is a privilege.
Oh yeah.
And it's a gift. I mean, I'm not trying to sit here and toot our own horn, but not anybody can just sit down and tell somebody's story. You have to be able to feel those emotions, put yourself in, you know, these people's shoes. And that's hard. It's literally taking on somebody else's story, and kind of like living alongside them with it. And not every story is the same. Some are really tough.
Right. We just watched a wedding film earlier this week, and I might actually link it in the comments on YouTube.
Oh my God, you
or
guys, it was amazing.
description. It's literally one of the most emotionally driven wedding films I've ever seen in my entire life. We didn't do it. This mother passed away weeks, right?
Yeah, I think it was like literally 2 weeks before the wedding day.
And the way that the story was told, and I'll preface this by saying we watched this, and then not 1-2 days later, a lot of the Facebook groups that we were in were sharing it and just talking about this film. And it is the essence of why it is that we do what we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of the comments that I saw were like, wow, this really gave perspective to how it is we should do what we do.
Yeah.
And it's not about us creating this cool story and capturing your wedding. Or
getting the best shot, or like, you know, whatever.
It's more about the memories that these people will always have.
Yeah, for sure. We actually, you know, it's part of our slogan. I hate that word, but like it's part of our brand. It's on our website. It says, you know, we don't create perfection. We don't aim for perfection. We just aim for being real and capturing who you are and your story. And it's just so important.
Right.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm fighting back tears this entire time.
Any other thoughts? This doesn't have to be a long episode.
No, I guess not.
We'll end with this. Go to the comment, or not the comment section, go to the description on YouTube if you're not already on YouTube, and click the link for the video that is sitting there. I think it's by Blink Films.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 17 minutes long. And when I first saw that, I was like, a wedding film that's 17 minutes long?
Absolutely not.
Are you
But
kidding?
you sit and watch it, and it just pulls you in, and you do not want to look away, and
Yeah.
just watch it.
It's a whole ass show at this point, but it was beautifully done. Like, so amazing. Major props to that company. Like, y'all freaking killed it.
Absolutely. So, go watch that. Comment what you think.
And if you're creative and you have, you know, like captured a wedding day that was impactful for you, I would love to hear it.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Like, link us your wedding films that you feel like are just the next level as far as that impact and that emotional impact that was created because of what you did. I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll love that. All right, guys. That's it.
That's all we got. Make sure you subscribe if you don't already, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
Change the world.